Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Kilniath and today we are back playing Monster Hunter G. And just before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Vector Ray. Thank you so much for the sub, my friend. You really didn't have to do that. It is definitely not expected, but very much what's the word? Not thank you'd. I can't think of the word. Appreciated. That's what I'm looking for. Very much appreciated. Very kind. Thank you. Welcome Martin, welcome in, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. It is a Monday, which is the worst kind of day, but in the UK at least, it is a bank holiday, which means no work. Thumbs up. But yeah, I hope you are doing well. One thing I did want to say actually, just before we start, is it's been an entire week now since I've played Monster Hunter. So first of all, if I'm rusty, we'll blame that, shall we? We'll blame the fact that I haven't played it for a while on me potentially being rusty. But second of all, if anybody does want to see more Monster Hunter, please consider hopping on the Discord. It is just discord.kilniath.com because I do want to get a few more people in there just to get an idea of what people actually want to see. Because I know it's been Oblivion a lot recently, which I imagine is the case for most people in all fairness. Not bad, working in a shopping mall today and being bad spending too much money on food. Ooh, you can never spend too much money on food. Hey, welcome in, Jet Black Sheep. How's it going? Yeah, I don't have bots, so it is just discord.kilniath. If I can type, there we go. Discord.kilniath.com. Yeah, clicking that should hopefully not send you to the moderator only channel like it was doing previously. If it does, please let me know. But yeah, there's like one of those onboarding things, and I think I've set that up all correctly, so you can kind of see like what things you may be interested in. But yeah, any feedback on there would very much be welcomed, just to get an idea of what anyone wants to see on the channel. I kind of feel like I'm going to fall into the trap of finishing Oblivion, or what I want to play of Oblivion, and then getting absorbed into Skyrim, which is a danger. Yeah, I can't quite remember where we're at on this game, to be honest, which is why I want to give it a bit more time. I think next week I might shuffle things around a bit and have a bit more Monster Hunter in, because it would be nice to get this one finished and move into Dose. Way, you're in. Nice one. Welcome in to the Discord. Yeah, and I'm planning on working on sound alerts, because I think we can do the whole point redeem thing for sounds that display and little animations and such. I think it'd be quite funny having the Monster Hunter alert theme, like when a monster sees you, because that's not going to be triggering at all. That was you with Dark Forsters yesterday, you re-addicted. Well, you've got the entire series to go through. And that was my plan with this game, like working through the entire Monster Hunter series from start to finish. Oh, hold on. Where's my barbecue spit? Do I not have a barbecue spit? Oh, it's there. It's already in my inventory. I'm just blind. I'm short on potions and mega potions. I have honey. I have herbs. And I have blue mushrooms. Hey! Let's get some of them on the go. Yeah, I think last time I failed at a Rathalos, then succeeded at a Rathalos. So we are now in the final stretch of Monster Hunter G. We do have some new quests, however, in this version of the game, which is nice to see. Now that's Mega Potions maxed out, and then herb, blue mushroom. There we go. Stick all of these back in. You've only played World, I had fun with it at the time. You could see yourself enjoying these. I really do recommend them. They are fantastic games. The first few games, so this one is essentially Monster Hunter 1, just the expanded version. It's rough. You can tell they were, getting to grips with the gameplay systems and how cruel or not cruel things need to be. This one is on the crueler end of the spectrum. Although you like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and all that, so it might be right up your alley, actually. But yeah, like even in these early games, it's been really cool seeing the core systems that have carried on to every other single Monster Hunter game. So definitely check some of them out. I'd recommend. Yeah, the new stuff is definitely better for quality of life for sure. Especially like World and Rise and Wilds. Those are, I don't want to say easy mode because there are really challenging fights on them, but they're very much easier to enter experiences. If you haven't, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on the 3DS, that is peak classic Monster Hunter, in my opinion. Definitely Subjects Alley do challenge runs Melania. I know, I watched a bit ago. It was just mind-blowing that somebody can do that. Yeah, Souls Masochist for sure, but you'd be lost to more of a noob in these. Well, it's a learning experience, isn't it? So, as far as I can see, because that quest there doesn't exist, that is a non-quest. Just wipe it from your memory. It's an egg quest, so they don't exist. We either have a Rathian in the desert or a Rathian in the swamp. Now, I know that the Rathian in the swamp is the one that we have to do to get the next urgent quest unlocked. So I think we might attempt the desert one first, just to not, rush through the necessary quests. And I also know that the swamp tends to be filled with bullfangos that like to charge at us. So I'm hoping it might be a little bit more forgiving on the desert. I mean, I would have liked to have started off with an easier quest rather than going straight in for Rathian, but it doesn't look like the game's going to let us have that. Do you sell? You sell antidote herbs. Do I have antidote herbs? Oh, I bet I can't enter my house now, can I? No. You're not allowed back in your home if you signed up for a quest. We'll try it without antidote. Poison doesn't tend to be too harsh. The big thing in Monster Hunter is the builds and item management are super important. Yes. Builds less so, but then again, I'm not a person who does builds on anything, ever. Item management, though, absolutely. Especially these early ones. If you're not prepping in advance like I haven't with any cool drinks, and the quest isn't giving me any cool drinks, you start to suffer a little bit. But I did remember to bring some raw meat and my barbecue spit so I can cook up some well done steaks. Also, Ellie pointed out last stream that I have an awful habit of twatting my microphone with my hand when I go to itch my nose or something, so apologies in advance. I'm trying to be a bit more conscious of it, because I know it makes a weird boing noise. Oh, we're two for two so far. Can we keep this up? I normally start sucking. Normally start failing. Oh, 3 for 3. Hey up, B Technician. How's it going? We are holding up well. It is a Monday without work in the UK, so the best kind of Monday. You do the same things, yeah. Aye, yeah, very tough getting used to the mic in my face. I've tried to position it as per Mathman's instructions, so it's like that far away, because mine's a condenser mic rather than a dynamic one. So it should be in the right position, but it's also in the path of my hands when I try to move them. And it's also bending my desk. My desk has started bending a little bit from the weight of the microphone, so that's worrying me a little bit. If you hear a sudden snap and the mic falls off, you know what's happened. Oh, we're doing well here, jeez. Oh, it's tough getting you on a job site like you, yeah. Hey, Priestify, look in. Enjoy the lurk, my friend. You've got some interesting cooking music in the background. There we go. We got all of them. That is an absolute first. I don't think I've ever managed to cook all of them. Can the rest of the quest go so well, please? Alright, let's get us paintballs so we can give Rathian a new paint job. I know from prior experiences that Rathian likes to absolutely hurt on this version of the game. Because when me and my friend Vector did a multiplayer quest, we got our asses handed to us. 2 faints within the first 5 minutes. Wasn't looking good. The first was incorrect, you thought. Make the phone sign with your hand and touch your thumb a little less in your face. From what I recall, it was dynamic mics are the fist and the finger and stuff like that, whereas condenser mics are a bit more... They don't adjust the sensitivity automatically. So it was the fist-shaped distance between. I might be doing it back to front. You never know with these things. Or I never know with these things. Yeah, I remember following the instructions and realising where the mic was mounted previously, I physically couldn't get it close enough. So I did end up adjusting it and getting it a bit closer. Oh, there she is. Alright, she's all painted up. Let's get to whacking. And hopefully not getting beaten to death by the herbivores. Oh, no, she's spinning. Let's block that. Not all about being charged into. Oh, there's cats as well. That doesn't make things easy. You've got to add dynamic and try to get as close as you can without getting too ridiculous. Yeah, mine did have a pop... Oh. Well, that was the area transition. Whoops. That's scary. Why are there all these herbivores here? Don't walk towards me menacingly. Yeah, mine did have a pop filter, but I've also got like the foam covering thingamajig on it, so I don't know if it does the same job or not. I don't know, maybe I should be using a pop filter, but how do you get it close with a pop filter? That's my question for the day. You have it backwards, I think. Dynamics, you have to be closer. You basically have to eat the mic. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just sit back then. How's that? I can chill a bit now, and then I can touch my face. And there's no risk of twatting the mic. I mean, I'm going in the orange on OBS, which I think is where I'm supposed to be. Pop filter kind of sits right in front of the mic. It makes you feel better if nothing else. Yeah, my pop filter like weakly attached to the metal bracket on the arm and kind of just held itself up. It had one of those weird, you know, the metal tubes that you can like adjust. It had one of those on it. Oh, let's dodge her tail. Oh shit. Don't fireball, don't fireball. Oh, headbutted. Oh no. Oh no. Block. Herbivores, you are not helping. My lack of stamina is also not helping. It's attached to the mic arm so it's all together. Yeah, mine... I thought that my mic was a cheaper one, but it's a Maono thingamajig, which Math actually did a video on some Maono stuff a bit ago, so maybe it's not as cheap as I thought it was. I mean, it was reasonably cheap on Amazon at least. Maybe it was on an offer, I don't know. Probably similar. Oh shite, I need to heal. Run, run. Don't headbutt me, please. Don't run into me, please. Don't tail whack me, please. Let me get out of here. Run away! If I go in here and a Gemprey attacks me, I won't be pleased. Mega Potion. Don't attack. Okay, just dodge me, why don't you? Yeah, it could be similar. I originally got it for singing because the music that I've got in the stream, like at the starting soon in BRB, I was originally hoping to get into proper music production. Hey, thanks for the hydrate, Ellie. I will. I'll leave the room with the Rathian before I hydrate, shall I? Also, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, let's not get twatted by a Rathian while I have a drink. Cheers for that. An actual pop filter is superior. I have the foam cover as well and regretted the purchase. Should have got a genuine pop filter. I mean, I've got it somewhere. I don't know where. I took it off and it's probably up in the attic, to be honest. That's where lost things tend to belong. Just stick things in the attic and forget about them. Oh, block, block, block. Nope, didn't have enough time. Your mic's got the foam cover, then you've got the separate pop filter also. It's basically just a different type of foam, like aquarium filter foam. Yeah, it's a similar kind of texture, I guess. Oof. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've figured with all the blocking my sharpness was going to go down. So we'll nip back out, shall we? We're kind of using hit and run tactics with this Rathian at the moment. Pop in, do a few hits, pop back out. Yeah, the one I got was cheap, but it does help, in my opinion. So what does an actual pop filter do? Isn't it like for p sounds? Apologies if I just blew everybody's headphones or something. Maybe the lack of a pop filter is why that would blow people's headphones, I don't know. I like making music, but I know sod all about audio technology and such. I will make no claims there. Bang tidy, how about you? I'm not quite bang tidy, because it's bank holiday Monday, which is good, but that means tomorrow I have work. So tomorrow is going to feel like a delayed Monday. Also, I'm fighting Rathian, so you know how fighting monsters in Monster Hunter G makes me feel. More often than not. Especially when I know that she's good at beating me and Vector up. Oh, let's get some hits in while we can. Uh-oh. Oh, she mad. Block. Oh, that tail whack. Yeah, if that tail connects with you. Camera. Oh, so glad I blocked there. Uh-oh. Yeah, out of stamina. Can't really do much about that. I'm gonna slowly... I'm just gonna slowly, like, walk away a bit. Uh-oh. The camera is not helpful at the best of times. Oh, have you got... Oh, she's off. She's had enough of that one. Helps with plosives and also seemed to help when I tested breathing towards the mic, with and without it. Well, I don't intend to breathe on the mic. Oh, I've noticed when I'm playing Borderlands with some friends, I do keep, like, inching my way closer to the mic as I'm trying to stare at the screen. Bit of a bad habit, I think. Right, we're 10 minutes in. She's on the floor. Let's top up the paintball. Uh-oh. Ooh! That was a good dodge, if I do say so myself. That was less good, but we take what we're given. Oh, I hate that she sprints so quickly. You all seem kind of sensitive to that kind of thing, so you were always worried about it. Pop filter makes you feel better, if nothing else. Well, that can only be a good thing, I think. With the dynamic, you have to get close, so it may be more necessary on mine. Oh, shite. Right, weapon away. Run away. She's going to charge and fall over. That is fine. That gives us a chance to do this. We might also be able to do that. Yep. Right, she's going to kind of stay still, I think, now. With the dynamic, you have to get close, so it may be more necessary. See, that's the bit where I'm confused. I'm pretty sure, because a dynamic is, as the name entails, dynamic, it auto-adjusts itself to kind of where you are, so you don't have to be as close. And that's why I thought it was the finger and thumb. I don't know. It's all very confusing. Does it sound all right? That is the main thing. Does everything sound okay? If yes, we are happy. Uh-oh. Ooh. You can always train you guys on VST filters for OBS. Get you sounding extra goodly. Ooh. That does sound appealing. VSTs are the, like, generic sound pack thingamajigs for, like, doors and such, I believe. I was trying out a Reaper door, but how did that tail hit get me when I'm literally in between her legs? Right, we'll take that while we can. Yeah, I tried out Reaper door because I thought maybe I can use that to start making some more new music or something, but it seemed quite complicated, whereas Logic Pro on Apple stuff, it's kind of like a fancier garage band, so it's fairly easy to get into. And I did actually mess around with Logic Pro for Music Tech years and years ago, so I'm kind of familiar with that one. Oh, her tail spins. She has the worst... Well, her and Rathalos have the worst tail spins. It does, but it rejects a lot of noise if you're further away or off to the side. Ah. So condensers kind of pick up more from the surroundings and such as well then, I'm guessing. If dynamics... Oh. You have to be right on top of, basically. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Uh-oh, tail. Feck. That's not what I wanted to happen. Right, we're on the timer now. We need to dodge her attacks well enough. Like this. There we go. Basically more precise EQ and compression. Usually I'm maybe a fist away though, but getting closer does sound good. Right, we can top up his health fully. What are you doing now? Reaper's what you use. You'd say Reaper is superior once you get it sussed. Nice. Well, I do like the fact that Reaper is open source and has like a full native Linux build, which obviously good for me. I think Drop Bear probably uses Reaper as well, actually. I think he mentioned it before. Uh-oh. Incoming tail. Whack. Whack. Oh no. We're getting blunt. Oh, it's alright, she's off. Alright, mini whetstone. I've used Joey Sturgis plugins and the stuff from Neural DSP for guitars, namely the Rabia, Gajira, and Wes Borland packs. Ooh. They sound cool. I'm not quite sure what they are. Are they VST plugins for guitars? My little brother did get me an adapter thing so I can USB it into my computer and then plug a guitar lead into it. It was quite cool. But yeah, I kind of like I've got a MIDI keyboard, so when I'm making stuff, I like kind of playing stuff in on a MIDI keyboard, lining it all up nice and proper, or even just manually painting in the notes. That seems to work okay. Is she leaving again? She is, isn't she? And there's this squad of absolute herbivores there. Yeah, dynamic XLR mics are the gold standard. We're currently in the USB condenser mic world until we get more money. Yeah, same. For guitar recording, yeah. A fellow bee lover. Hey. God, all of us in this chat, like, we're just missing Drop Bear. We all just talk about, like, as various guitar and musical habits and Red Dwarf and all that kind of stuff. We've got so many similarities, it's crazy. It was just XLR or USB and was maybe 45 quid. Yeah, this one I'm using is purely USB. It's USB B, like the old printer cable connectors. That's how it interfaces in. Can we get a tail cut? A tail cut would be nice. I don't think I've been doing enough. Uh-oh. Ah. Okay, we didn't need to block. She ran past us. Oh, she's over again. Like virtual amplifiers and effects. Ah, nice. Yeah. Bear we're talking about that. Uh-oh. That's okay. She came to us. and okay, that was just rude. You didn't need to do that. We should have kept jamming with chappers. Dodger was very much my vibe. Problem is Rob got a little too toxic. I would say my parents basically raised you as a Brit. Thought about going all digital on guitar or bass at some point, or at least moving that way. Yeah, I did have a very nice, I think it was Ashdown, my bass amp that I had. Like a huge, huge thing. Because back at school when I used to perform, we used to take it with us places. But my parents decided, even though I bought it with my own money from... Oh shit! Not from oh shit, from paper rounds and such, that when they kicked me out they were going to sell it. Which was nice of them. I'm always going to be annoyed about that because it was a very nice amp. My bass, on the other hand, is... Okay, that was my fault. I admit that, Rathian. Let's get another paintball on her. Because I hate it when it runs out. Come on, fall over again. Oh, she's backing off. No. Oh, yes, this is what we want. Get some wax in. You've got an Ashdown cab? Yeah, I love Ashdown cabs. Ashdown everything, when they've got the little VU meter on them, they just feel kind of retro and cool. You partial to orange stuff yourself? Yeah, I've heard good things about orange. And they're also orange, which is nice. nice differentiator there. My amp's orange. Alright, come on, do your charge move so I can heal. Not offset though. You can't offset it. Cheeky bitch. When I had access to a music studio, we used Quad Cortex for recording. I've never heard of that. Used to have a big combo that he sold. Ellie's got an orange Crush 30R. Needs some electrical work, but an actual reverb tank on it. Nice. I bet that sounds awesome. Yeah, the only thing I've got at the moment, amp-wise, is one of those cheap, you know, those little 20 quid Fender practice amps that you get for regular guitars. That's the only thing I've got left. I think I picked that up from Cash Converters. Oh, she's limping. We're nearly there. We nearly got her. Lunch is over. Till later. No worries. Enjoy the lurk if you are lurking, or otherwise, have a good one. Hope to see you again soon. Your main amp at the moment is a Boss Katana Air. Ooh. That sounds nice. I don't think I've ever had any Boss stuff myself, but I know they're a decent brand. About to be the same. Have a good day. Yeah. Feel free to lurk, or if you do need to go, no problem at all. Do enjoy the rest of your days, whatever it is that you're doing. And I will attempt to kill this creature. Way! Or I will kill said creature. I think I did remarkably well on that quest, considering I haven't played the game for a week. Not to blow me own horn or anything, but I haven't played the game for a week, so I'm rusty as heck. I mean, we deliberately picked the desert because it is easier than the swamp, but when me and Vector started playing G over 1, we noticed that the monster behaviours were a bit more aggressive, and they also have a fair bit more health. So to go into that and do it solo, I think all the Rathalos practice helped. Yeah, working, unfortunately. That's how I'm going to feel the rest of the week. I'm going to like, well, we had Monday off. Why can't we just have the rest of the week off as well? Why can't we have like a bank holiday week? Also, these guys are so rude. I feel you on the rust thing. Get that way with my Elden Ring stuff. I have to practice periodically or I'm afraid I'll lose it. Yep. I mean, considering you control the attacks with the right analog stick on this one, it's always remembering, hold on, do I have to go right on the analog stick to do my upwards attack, or is it left? There's always an element of uncertainty. And also blocking as well. Most of the games have block and run as the same button, at least the newer ones. Whereas I think this is a few where L2 and R2 are actually used independently of each other. But yeah, the other thing is I bought a wireless adapter for my 8-bit door controller now. So previously I was using it wired, which obviously helps with latency. But I wanted to test this adapter out, and it seems to be pretty darn responsive. Because I hate using this controller via Bluetooth, because Bluetooth is just... But yeah, through the adapter it seems to be doing alright. Alright, let's stash this shite. We need to top up his potions again, but we can probably stash his barbecue spit now because we've got a fair bit of steak. Oh, it's only a small 30-watt combo with 2x3-inch speakers, but it's got built-in wireless. Built-in wireless, wow. And an app that lets you change effects. Hey, that sounds awesome for a little 30-amp, like, practice amp kind of thing. That sounds really cool. Grab those. We need herbs and blue mushrooms. Have I done that thing again? No, I haven't. Okay, I'll let myself off. I thought I'd probably made a bunch of antidotes and forgot to bring them with me. But I've just got the antidote herbs. Honey, that's what else we need. I'm trying to remember which weapons I used in World. I remember the insect glaive was one, but I think I also did another one. Are the weapons similar across games? Yes and no. So every single game, the weapons are tweaked and adjusted. So one of mine and Ellie's friends, a guy who streams Phantasy Star called Section Skylight, his favourite in World, and I think Rise, is the insect glaive, but he absolutely hates it in Wilds, the newest game, because they've like tweaked the moveset and how it works and everything, and that's something you'll find between all the various games. So in the first gen games, so 1 and G, you've got greatsword, hammer, lance. I don't think you've got gun lance. In fact, we can go to the shop and find out. If we go to not this guy, to the one. We go to weapons. So you've got great swords, you've got hammers, you've got lances, you've got sword and shields, you've got light bow guns, and you've got heavy bow guns, and that's it. So no gun lance, no insect glaive, no dual swords, none of that kind of stuff. This is like the original core weapon set. In the second generation, they introduced katanas. Well, I should probably clarify. Katanas, you can technically make the models of them. Like some of the greatswords, they branch off and start looking like katanas, but they have the moveset of the greatsword. But in the second generation, so Monster Hunter DOS and Monster Hunter Freedom 2, they added katanas as an actual weapon class, along with bows, I believe, and dual swords. No, dual swords were in the American release, weren't they? Or were they in Freedom? Dual swords were in Freedom 1, I believe. And then they continued on for the rest of the games. Monster Hunter 3 will try introduce the switch axe and medium bow guns, which never saw a return actually. You can't get medium bow guns in any of the games, I don't think, other than try. Fourth generation was where they introduced the charge blade, which is the sword and shield that kind of connects to one another and becomes a big axe. And then it will have been, charge blade and insect glaive in fourth generation, and then they've kind of stuck with that throughout the series. Every single time they change game, though, they do change some of the movesets. So, for example, in this game, the greatsword, you can't do the big charge hit where you like hold onto it and do a big whack. Not sure when that was introduced. Might be Gen 2. In fact, I think it probably is Gen 2. I remember doing it on the PSP. But yeah, there's lots of tweaks between. You may find yourself switching between weapon types per game. Like, I was particularly fond of the charge blade in World, but because it doesn't exist in some of these older games, that's why I've started maining greatsword, because I found that the moveset for greatsword has remained pretty darn consistent throughout the games, so I can kind of remain familiar with how mobile I am with the weapon, which is nice. Definitely something useful. The app goes mega in depth, like if you're adjusting a delay, you can change whether it's digital or echo. Ooh. How many repeats, or how long or short the repeat time is in milliseconds. That sounds awesome. Which console was this particular game on? This is a PS2 game, PlayStation 2. Yeah, Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter G, and Monster Hunter DOS, of which only one of those released in the West. They're all PS2 games. Then Monster Hunter Freedom and Freedom 2 were PSP games. Blue mushroom. There we go. Right, we should be fairly topped up. We kind of need more supplies. I wanted to see about antidote herb, didn't I? I think antidote herb and blue mushroom is... Yes, it is. 95% chance. Go on then. Get some antidotes so we're somewhat prepared next time. You kind of want to replace your pedal board with something app controlled like that eventually. Yeah, it does sound like a convenient way of doing it. I was never a massive fan of pedals being, you know, actual pedals. That was always my least favourite thing about it, because I'm fine if I do a bit of hand coordination if I'm playing the guitar or the bass, but getting my feet involved, that's a whole other ball game. Alright, that quest doesn't exist, so we ignore that. Bag of the Iodrome, that could be a good one. Jungle. Should be able to get some herbs and mushrooms there. And then the Rathian in the swamp again. That one's going to be more painful. I think we do Fang of the Iodrome, so we can get some more supplies. Supplies are always good. Always good to be prepared. Interestingly, there is also an MMO Monster Hunter game called Monster Hunter Frontier. It plays exactly the same as an actual Monster Hunter game because, as far as I'm aware, they built it off of the code for Monster Hunter DOS. Except on that game they introduced additional crazy weapons. There's one called the Magnet Spike. I've never used it, but it's crazy from what I hear. And on top of that, there are weapon lengths in that game. So I've got a greatsword that's about as long as every other greatsword, you know, on my back at the moment. Yeah, you can get greatswords that fold in half and extend on Monster Hunter Frontier, which is quite crazy. Honestly, I'd really like to do Monster Hunter Frontier on stream sometime, especially if we can get a few people on board to play it. There are fan servers keeping the game alive, as there are for these classic games, which is always nice to see. Excuse me, I pray. Do not poison me. Ooh, nearly. You were thinking about it. I want these mushrooms. I like the weapon variety. I remember wanting to try multiple when I played World. Yeah, a lot of people do. I mean, ask anyone who knows me, like Ellie. I'm pretty boring. If I find something that works for me, I just stick with it. When it comes to character creators, I just make myself. I'm boring as heck. I know what I like, and I like what I like. Ow. I'm like default male 01. That's how I create characters, basically. Oh, you prick. That wasn't very nice of you, was it? Spitting your purple gunk at me. Ugh. I mean, as long as we avoid damage, we'll regen it. I think if I head to... Oh, okay. Oh, the aerodrome can just come here. That's ideal, isn't it? Oh. Alright, let's be having you. Okay, let's swing and miss instead. Yeah, these guys aren't going to flinch as much as on the previous game, unfortunately. I should have brought those antidotes, shouldn't I? Literally made some antidotes. Didn't think about bringing them on a quest with poisonous monsters. Let's just, like, no powder there a little bit. Alright, poison's worn off. He's just done a jump, so he should be able to heal a bit. Or get attacked in the back. Come on. Let's calm down a bit now, I pray. See, in these early games, the boss monsters aren't actually the problem. It's all the little ones. And half of the time, they just respawn. So you can't even clear them out. I mean, sometimes you can, but whether you can or can't seems to be on a per area basis. Oh, he's over. Can we... Oh, hey! 2 left. Let me gather in peace, please. No, you just... You're so nasty. All I ask is to carve up your big brother in peace. And you've just got to spit poison at me. He started on me as well, in all fairness. This was all self-defense. I would have happily gathered herbs and plants, but no. Bloody creatures. Alright, let's see if we can get some herbs in here. There's his veggie elder. Do you want out, veggie elder? Ooh, he smells a rare and wonderful item. Go on then. Trading a poison sac for antiseptic stone. Not bad. We'll take that. I don't know what it's used for, but we'll take it. I'm not going to use the poison sacs for anything. Oh, we've gone blind again. Apparently we can't find stuff. Yeah, this is a good spot for sap plants, which you can use for making throwables. And then hopefully this isn't ivy, hopefully it's herbs. Whey! Ooh, sleep herbs as well. That's cool. I know there's a Felvine spot in Area 3. Do I have Felvine on me? No. Well, it might be worth gathering some then. I think most of it got pinched last time I played with Vector. Because we did fight a few monsters and just kind of ignored the cats, which you very much do at your detriment. In fact, I should probably top up my health as well before he jumps at me. Ooh, rude. It's 2 versus 1. It's unfair. Bang. Oh, he's not even dead. Yeah, if you've played Monster Hunter World, that one in particular does give you a lot more movement options and a lot more freedom in like where you're hitting and aiming. So the only difference in the classic games really is you do have to kind of imagine there's a big giant arrow on your hunter's head, and wherever your hunter is facing is exactly where you're going to be aiming your attacks. Whereas it is a little bit more like, ooh, honey. One of the reasons I liked using mouse and keyboard on Monster Hunter World is because you've got the complete freedom of controlling the camera with the mouse. It makes it quite nice for aiming attacks. Same goes for Rise and Wilds. Although Wilds refused to run on my aging PC. Surprise, surprise. Ooh, we got another one. That's fine, I think all your friends haven't respawned. I do hope in Wilds they add some more of these pack kind of monsters into it. Because they, with the whole Doshagama thing, where it can like have a big pack and you've got the alphas and stuff like that, it would make sense for things like Ayaprey, or even just Genprey, well, Velociprey, Velocidrome. They could have that kind of relationship in Wilds. I think it'd work quite well, you know, having to use a mega dung bomb to separate the pack leader from the rest of the pack. I was pleasantly surprised that you can fight Velociprey in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Or maybe even base game 4. I think base game 4 didn't release in the West, it was only 4 Ultimate on the 3DS. Oh, he's running away. That's because he's nearly dead. It's okay, we prevented his departure. Oh god, it's a bloodbath. Swing. Swing. Flail the sword around. Hope for the best. Monster Hunter Strategies 101. When lots of monsters flail sword around. But yeah, if anyone is watching and does want to play this multiplayer, I am all set up on the Monster Hunter Old School server, so just say something in chat. Even if it's just the word multiplayer. As long as you're set up on Monster Hunter Old School, we should be able to play and have some jolly cooperation. I've played with a few random people on, I think a couple of streams ago, went on the server and there were a few people online. So it is nice when you've got a bit more of a full party. Oh god, they're all respawning now. Why are they respawning? Is it because the big one came in? Right, it's getting a bit rowdy. I'm gonna just like head up here. Maybe they were all hiding in the bottom half of it. Head back through here. Top up his health. And then we might just be able to wait for the next one to come since they keep coming into area 2. Oh, we only got 3 herbs. Where else can I get herbs on this map? I don't think Area 1 has herbs. Don't think Area 3 does, so perhaps Area 7, possibly 8, with a very large question mark. Oh, what's this? Could this be herbs? Probably not. Nah, it's bloody huskberries. We don't like huskberries. They don't do nought for us. We don't use ranged weapons. What about you? You look like huskberry as well. Scatternut. Basically the same thing. Yeah, I don't think we'll get any herbs here. What about this plant? I mean, I'll take a paint break because I might as well. Area 3 is going to have... or maybe it won't have cats if it's got Vespoids, actually. Which means we can gather some Felvine in peace. Well, as much peace as the Vespoids allow, which often is not a lot. Oh, that's it. Two's a lot. That's all she wrote. That's going to be another huskberry / other thing plant. So let's not bother with that. I know there's a sap plant here. Give him a whack. If these guys don't respawn, then this would be an ideal place to fight the big one. We shall have to see. Yep, that's them down. And they're respawning. Of course they're respawning. Oh, we do have herbs though. After getting poisoned. Alright, let's grab some more herbs. Oh. We have a single herb. Monster Hunter be monster hunting. Yeah, poison don't last too long. It's not too big of a detriment. Thankfully. Oh, I'm running out of stamina. I don't want to eat any of my my cooked steaks on this particular quest though. It's not exactly the most important quest. Is big one in here? Nope. Just a bunch of little ones. Where is big one then? I need to start carrying more Psycho Serum on me. It's not too expensive to buy. Oh, here he is. Come on, let's keep whacking him. And hopefully not get paralysed by the Vespoids. I do like alternating between the upslash and the roundhouse. It tends to be quite a nice combo. I know the roundhouse doesn't deal as much damage as the main swings, but quite a nice way of doing it. You get into a good rhythm. And you've got quite a bit of flexibility in terms of actually hitting the monsters. Oh, if we're lucky, we can keep him up against this corner. We're not lucky. We are never lucky. Oh. Up. Whack. Whack. Oh, he's running away. Of course he's running away. Right, well, whilst he runs away, I have set up a pause because we're going to have ads. So top up your drinks, grab a snack, and we will be back soon. Ta-ta. Oh, rude. That was a rude hello. Don't do it. I'm gonna get... Oh, no, okay. Okay. That's fine. Uh-oh, run. Run, run, run. Yeah, I felt that coming. I know your shenanigans, Wrath. Ow. Didn't expect that one. Ow. No. Okay. Rude. Uh-oh. Well, that was incredibly rude kicking, so I don't do too much damage. Wake up. Right, come on, over here. Don't fireball. Come on, charge at me. No, not with your wings. You absolute ass. Come on, charge at me. Not with your wings. Walk. Use your legs. You've got two stubby little legs. There we go. There we go. There we go. Trank. Trank. What happened there? What actually happened there? What? I mean, with the way I'm holding this controller... Oh, do not get me. With the way I'm holding this controller, I feel like I've got a semi-free hand as well. The D-pad controls the camera, and the right analog stick... Oh, these guys are getting feisty. Feck off, you little buggers. How? I am not going to complain, but how? Oh, cheeky. Bollocks. You're back. Welcome back. I am still fighting a Rathalos. Okay, did not expect that. And I'm stunned. Oh shit. Block. He turned it around. And we are back. Thank you for sticking around. yeah, anyone who is subscribed, I stuck a little some of the highlights on the BRB screen, so hopefully you enjoyed. Do let me know if there were any volume issues. I kind of set them all to be a bit quieter than usual, so I think it should be less quiet than my normal voice is. But yes, we can now press the pause button and resume. And also, I love the freeze frame that we've kind of left this on. Yep, he's gone. But yeah, I have noticed one really, really annoying thing with the whole Twitch ads thing, which is that it says, it has a countdown timer. It says, ads are going to start in XYZ. XYZ comes, and then it's anybody's guess when it actually pops up and says, ads are now running. So it's a bit of finagling to get the timing right on that. So I think the plan is I can swap to the normal old BRB screen, and then I can flick from that into the nicer one with the highlights and everything. It sounded fine. Excellent. I'm glad. Yeah, I think I'll just keep updating that with like more recent highlights and little funny bits and stuff like that. I've got one set up for Oblivion as well, which is a lot more funny because it's Oblivion. And it was also one of my first attempts at video editing as well, doing the whole fading between clips. I'm still not used to video editing, but every little bit helps. I've got a nice workflow set up for shorts now where I can literally drag and drop all the effects and cropping and stuff onto the video tracks, so it moves the webcam where it needs to be and moves and crops the actual footage, seeing as shorts need to be, you know, portrait mobile phone style. And I am still tentatively working on my Monster Hunter 1 review. I'm just not entirely sure if being a video content producer is something that I'm actually aiming for. Like, do I actually want to make videos? Do I maybe just make reviews? Or do I just stick to the Twitch stuff? Because like I've said before, this whole Twitch thing was mainly a thing of playing some games that I want to play. I've got the time to play them, thankfully, so why not? Streaming them while playing is a way of making things a bit more fun and meeting some awesome people like I have done. So I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced that I want to be producing videos, but at the same time, videos are quite important in terms of finding new people, because YouTube has a lot better discoverability than Twitch does. You did a couple of Oblivion gates today. They were literally down the hill from each other. Use the reload exploit to get the sigil stones you wanted. Oh, reload exploit. Is that saving the game, loading the game, grabbing the sigil stone? If it's not what you want, you load the game and then it regenerates it. Is that before you enter the Oblivion gate at all, or is it before grabbing it? Asking for a friend. Right, what have we got? Oh, fuck. Catch a Rathalos. This is the quest that was in one of those highlight videos. That was an absolute pain, and I know it's necessary. We actually have to do this quest to unlock the next urgent. Which means fighting him for a while. Making sure he's limping properly. Hoping to God that he's not going off for naps randomly. Yeah, capture quests. We've got a trap tool and a net. A net? I hardly know her. Got some flash bombs, which makes things helpful. He can actually poison us, but I don't think he will poison us too much. Yeah, activate the sigil stone, then when it shrinks, save while it's still on the screen. Then when it's added to your inventory, you check what it is. If it's shiny, then you reload, and then as soon as the game loads, the new stone is added instead. Oh, as in, so it actually generates it, like, basically when you press activate on it. Huh, that's a bit of an oversight on that Bethesda's part, isn't it? I was going to say we just got some herbs while we're at the show. It's because I didn't sort. Right, I'll take one of them and one of the blue mushrooms because we are one potion short. That tops us off. Well done steak, paintball, whetstone. I mean, theoretically, we're in a good place for capturing a Rathalos. I wonder if I can get any more armour, any more Rathian armour. Armour craft, arm parts. What are we missing for Rathian van bracers? 2 shells and a macrolite. Okay, what about waste? 3 shells and macrolite. Yeah, I don't think we'll be getting that as a priority. What skills do we have? Health plus 20, water res minus 3. We've almost got fire res. So I think because this is the first game where they introduced the skill numerical system, you have to hit a 10. Well, saying that, health is plus 20 and it's totaling 15. Maybe this doesn't quite follow the rules, but it looks like we need 2 more points in fire res to actually activate the fire res skill. You know, the thing that would be useful against Rathalos. So now you've got a skirt that boosts strength and boosts speed. Wow. Yeah, I saw some of your gameplay clips, and when you were jumping around everywhere, it's like fucking ridiculous athletics or ridiculous jump height. If I take a net and a trap tool, along with books of combos, along with Felvine, so that we don't get stuff stolen from us. I don't want to poison it, because if I poison it, it might recover. It might get too injured and die. Power extract. Yeah, I don't think there's out else we can do to give us much better of a fighting chance. So we'll take this and up for the rest. Anyone who's seen the streams before, you know how capturing a Rathalos goes on my streams. Not very well is the answer for the most part. I wonder where his Monster Hunter Expert went. I remember a fair few streams ago there was somebody who came along who knew these games quite well. And they're actually giving a fair bit of help and advice. Also, I love that it gives you a trap tool but not a net. I should have probably brought another net. Oh, well. Let's get his rations on the go. And get ready to paint them. And then we pray. Yeah, because if he plays silly buggers like last time, he went to the nest in Area 5 and he just kept sleeping. Even though he wasn't, you know, actually capturable, as I discovered. Although knowing our luck, he'll just fanny around in Area 9. That's what he seems to like doing on this game. Yeah, in regards to Oblivion, I know I'm trying to avoid the main quests pretty much for Ganril, just to mess around playing some of the side quests and other content and such, but I did look into it, and yeah, you can only do enchanting if you're in the Arcane University, which means Mages Guild, which a non-spellcaster Altmer isn't really inclined to join the Mages Guild, is it? And you can do the enchanting at the Wizard's Tower, but you need to buy the Arch-Tallow candles from the Mages Guild. So I think the only way we're going to potentially be able to enchant our own stuff is by starting the main quest. Might have to start it, hand in the Amulet of Kings, at least get Martin back to Cloud Ruler, and then at that point maybe we can fob the blades off and say, yep, we don't want any part of this, we'll crack back on with his random adventuring. I had to do the first half because you wanted to do Hermaeus Mora's quest. Oh, you buy them from the Mystic Emporium? Oh, that's not what the wiki said. But I mean, Wikipedia's have been known to be wrong. That was a rude hello. That's also a rude hello. Let me paintball you. There we go. Right, now you can do whatever you want to do. Which apparently is flying over me. I'd rather we not fight in the narrow corridor. Can we come over this way, please? The lady in the shop sells them. They're about 5.5 to 6k. Oh. Yeah, I forgot Rathalos has got like 0 cooldown on his little charge that he likes to do. We'll just have a quick potion. Do some wax. Watch out for his tail. Ow. I forgot about that as well. Yeah, there's actually a fair amount of differences between Rathian and Rathalos. Along with him liking to do this. And not be flash bombed when he's in the air. There we go. I think it's only the roundhouse where I can reposition myself. Also, we broke something. Let's roll away. Now he mad. Fucking... Oh, well, we're out of flash bombs now. Ow. You're about to do the first Boomer Gate. You want to blast through the main now that you've started. So there aren't any gates open in the wilderness. They just bug you. Isn't it the case that even after finishing the game you can still get more random Oblivion Gates showing up? I'm sure I had that on the 360 version. Roll. Excuse me, I was rolling. Oh. Well, thank fuck whatever happened there. Once you've seen the ending cutscene, they all close. Yeah, but I know they're supposed to, but I'm sure on the Xbox 360 version I had some more Oblivion Gates randomly show up. I figured it was like a way of making sure you didn't completely lose access to the realm of Oblivion. Or maybe it was just a glitch. They have been known to happen. Oh, stop insta-charging. You absolute prick. He's gonna fireball, hopefully. No, he's gonna do that. I'm glad this rock defended us. That's a good boulder. He's actually been relatively well behaved. I mean, now he's angry, so he's going to be less... Yeah, my point exactly. My point exactly. He's proving a point here. Now he mad, he just do whatever the feck he want with no cooldown. No chill. Under him, under him, under him. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to block anything. Oh, that was lucky. Yep. Quickly pop that. Right, he's calmed down a bit now. We'll try do a whack and a roll. Because then hopefully he won't instantly charge at us. Slow and steady wins the race. Although it doesn't counter his tail really. Oh, we got a bot. Let's do some skills. Click. Ban. Goodbye. There you go. Who says you can't play Monster Hunter and ban bots at the same time? Alright, it's buggering off to Area 3. So we will sharpen our sword and take a drink because my voice is going crackly. I still feel like I've got some form of cold threatening to occur. Well done steak, and then we'll paintball as well, just to make sure that's on him. Let's see. Oh, goodbye. Not 9? Okay. Fine with that. We don't like it when it goes to 9. Much rather it go here. Lob painted. Andy lost aggro on us for a brief moment. Which means we can get some free hits in. Yeah, I think Rathalos, you can actually stay directly under him and his tail wax won't get you, but Rathian... Aim for the Rathalos set? No, we are just attempting to do village quests and get us unlocks. But welcome in, Peekawood. Hope you are well. Yeah, this, it was very much just... Oh, God. Last time it was killing, this time it's capturing. Which didn't go well in Monster Hunter 1. So I'm hoping it goes a little bit smoother in Monster Hunter G. But, you know, Monster Hunter be monster hunting. It likes to make me suffer. Right, do something so that I can heal, please. Yeah, this is the 5-star village quest to capture the Rathalos. Whoop. And last time I tried this quest on Monster Hunter 1, he decided we were going to spend 90% of the quest sleeping. Which isn't helpful when you're trying to, you know, capture him. Oh, we mad again. Bugger. Bugger, 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 bugger. Yeah, I've learned to just play the avoid game with him when he's angry. He's scary when mad. Very scary monster. How are things with you anyway, Pika? I can't remember if you said you had played these older ones. I know you were playing... Weren't you playing Portable Third a bit ago? Yeah, like when the monster sleeps is because it's time to capture. That's what you'd think. But no, not in Monster Hunter 1. They kind of just repeat the pattern of, I'm going to sleep because I feel like sleeping. And then it turns out when you throw trank bombs at them, they are not in fact capturable. Which is not particularly helpful. Both Freedom Unite and Third. Ah. Do you play Freedom Unite and Third through... Okay, he's limping. He's actually limping. This should be a good sign. I'm going to give him a couple more whacks. Also, as if his foot just hurt me. You say that, Pika. You say that. There's a short I posted to YouTube where he went to sleep after limping. I placed a trap. He ran into the trap. I threw trank bombs. He woke back up and then got tranked again, and the quest didn't complete. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, what the fuck was pretty much exactly what I said, I think. Also, I don't know if he's actually gone to sleep. No, now he's going to sleep. That's fine. We get a brief bit of music. Let's sort these guys out before they attack Wrath. But yeah, do you play Freedom Unite and Third through PPSSPP emulator? Because I'm just thinking, if you wanted to play some of these earlier games, we could certainly play multiplayer. That'd be cool. Because PCSX2 should probably run on your machine, I imagine. I mean, at some point I do want to actually play the portable games, or some of the portable games, not necessarily all of them. Right, let's see how this goes. Wake up. Hello. Good morning. He's mad. He's in the pit. 1 trank bomb. 2 trank bombs. My point exactly. He's not ready. Which means I need to hopefully make another pitfall trap now. Oh my god. He just yeeted. Break his face? I would love to break his face, but he's now very pissed off at me. But welcome in, Momo. Do you play Monster Hunter yourself? I'm guessing if you know about breaking his face, you probably do. Hello. Yeah, this is Monster Hunter G, where monsters can apparently limp and go to sleep and not be capturable. So that's fun. Right, he's calmed down a bit now. Let's try see if we can combine our netting trap tool with our 85% chance. It worked. That is good news. Big fan of the Monster Hunter franchise. Excellent. Yeah, me too. Although, I call myself a big fan, and admittedly, oh shit, I've only ever beaten World, and that's base game World. So I kind of started off streaming Monster Hunter 1, managed to actually do all the quests on that and finish it for the first time in my life, which was a nice personal achievement. And yeah, imported the character over into G. Ow. That was bad timing on my part. Remember playing this back on PSP? Yeah, so the PSP one is basically based off of Monster Hunter G. So you do get all the expanded roster and such. Plus I think the dual blades were introduced in the PSP one. Ooh, rude. That was very rude. Roll away. I love that little mini sprint he did there. That wasn't normal. It was the same way we're playing the games and getting stuck on G rank, so you don't judge. To be fair, I wasn't even stuck on G rank. My first game was Monster Hunter Freedom 2. And I got stuck on Kezu. Because I had no idea what I was doing. Uh-oh. That's fine, you can do a bite. We don't mind the bite. It's when you do your insta-charge that we start complaining. Oh god, not Kezu. Yep. Oh. I hate this guy's charge, though. He just goes from 0 to 100 instantly. Now, he's been asleep. We've failed one capture. We've done a fair few hits. I don't know if he's ready for capturing. And seeing as we're in his nest, we're not going to have an easy way of... Oh. That was almost like he saved us by making us duck under his tail then. It took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out flashes didn't work on him. Yeah, I remember going... Oh, God. You know what? Let's leave the area. If he lets us. There we go. We'll see if he sleeps of his own accord. And take this opportunity to heal. Yeah, I remember on Monster Hunter Freedom 2, I used to just take like a full inventory of stuff and just throw it all at monsters in a vain hope that it'd work. Although I will say, to this day, I've still never managed to pull off like using the drugged meat and stuff like that very well. Also, he's probably going to need paintballing. What do we reckon? Do we reckon he's ready for capture? Still waiting for Wilds to hit Game Pass. Don't have the 65 for the game otherwise. I think it's probably going to come to Game Pass at some point. World and Rise both did. So it would only make sense for Wilds to come to Game Pass. Especially considering I'm sure... Oh, he's not slept. Okay, interesting. Is he leaving? He is leaving. And guess what? My paintball just ran off. Rathalos! You just ruined my perfect plan. I was gonna let him sleep, place my trap, and then wake him up with a paintball just in case. But now that's all out of the window. You're telling me. Drug meat and poison meat was your nemesis. I always just healed the monsters and rarely gets the effect. Yeah, I mean, I think in Monster Hunter 3, or Try, they did make it so that monsters kind of have a separate stamina compared to how they operate in 1 and 2. So on those games they do like start drooling at the mouth when their stamina is low. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay, see, he's limping again. This is now his second limp and flee. Surely he's ready to capture this time? Surely? I thought he were going to piss off to 10 then for a drink. He might be heading to Area 2 for the meat heal. Yeah, I don't... So... The only places I've seen him head are 9 and 10 where he goes for a drink fairly frequently. Although in this fight he's been on his best behaviour, to be fair. Alright, he's done his little moving about, so he's probably gone to sleep now. Or he's going to sleep. So, surely we've hurt him enough. I don't want to fail another bloody capture Rathalos quest. Especially when he's limped twice. By the way, you should be able to block his roars. Yes, you can, yeah. You definitely can block his roars. Or rock his blaws, as I was about to say. Well, sorry for the backseat gaming. Hey, no worries at all. You backseat game all you want. I am really not bothered. Any help and advice is always appreciated. I mean, I like to think I reasonably know what I'm doing, but there's still plenty of stuff I don't know. I know how to swing big sword and hit monster. That's my skill level, and even that I get wrong some of the time. Right, attempt number 2, fingers crossed. If this fails, I'm going to have to get another spider web. Because I have got another trap tool. Come on, I'm waking you up so that you can go back to sleep. How's that? Oh, okay. Interesting. 1. Missed. 1. 2. This fucking game. Fuck's sake. I don't have enough trank bombs now. That's it. Fuck's sake. If you don't pick the big sword, you're really monster hunting. Exactly. And plus, I know how to use it across all the games now. You should see me when he plays Oblivion. It's a capture quest, that's the problem. So this is a capture quest where trank bombs only exist as a supply resource. You cannot craft trank bombs. So because we've only got one left, that's it. The quest failed, unfortunately. He is sleeping now. He is in a trap and he's sleeping, but that's not how it works on Gen 1 Monster Hunter. So, yep. That's all we can do this time. Collapse in failure. Which is annoying, because I deliberately waited for him to start limping. Last time I didn't. Last time I waited for him to sleep, but he wasn't necessarily limping. This time, he limped twice. So that is quite annoying. Killing him, you can't keep the carve. No, if I kill him, it will class as a quest failure. If I actually let the timer run out, it will class as a quest failure. And on failures, you don't get your items back. So because I quit, I actually got my items back. So this is what I started the quest off with. But yeah, if we'd failed, any consumables I used would be gone, and we wouldn't keep any of the calves or anything. Or would we keep the calves, actually? You know what? That is a good question. Maybe I should have just cut his tail off for the fun of it. I believe Gen 1 capture quest gave monsters more health to make it easier, but actually it just makes it harder. Yeah, this is the thing. He was limping. That's the bloody annoying thing about it. Let's see if we've still got it. We do. It's actually come up with the first quest this time. What else have we got? Ooh, we've got Basarios, actually. I might be more inclined to give that a bash. We do need to do Basarios and Swamp Rathian to get us next urgent. So let's keep things varied, because that quest has annoyed me. Let's skip out on that one for now. Stick all these back in. I'll keep my Felvine because it's useful. Oh god, I forgot about Booker combos. Yep. I mean, at least we've got the sort button on this one. My earlier playthrough I was doing of Monster Hunter 1, there was no sort button. And you only had the 1 page of storage in here. So you had to manually sort stuff and be quite frugal. So Basarios, I might keep my flash bombs. I think they work on Basarios. We don't have any like energy drinks or anything, do we? Got Psycho Serums. They could be useful. Do Sonic Bombs work on him? I might be saving my Sonic Bombs for Plesioths and the like. We will need cool drinks. Now, considering the last quest I did in the desert, they didn't provide any cool drinks, and I've got so many, I'll just take all 3. Why not? Antidotes. Definitely useful with Basarios, actually, because... yeah, he do be... Basarios is the smaller one, isn't it? Gravios is the bigger one. So Basarios shouldn't be too bad. But he does have some nasty poison. Basarios and Gravios for me are ranged weapons. Yeah. Swapping to ranged weapons is quite a good tactic for quite a lot of monsters. I've just grown very, very attached to my big swingy sword. A lot of these quests, though, so this Basarios one, it was town quest exclusive in the original game. So in Monster Hunter 1, you didn't get any of these quests. Oh my god, they actually gave us cool drinks. So yeah, the only way to fight a Basarios or even a Rathian was to go online. So me and Vector did a bunch of these quests in the online town. But yeah, thankfully in G, they introduced a bunch of them to village quests. Although clearly with changes, considering our connection to Area 2 has been blocked off. So I wonder if we're going to get a cutscene. Gravios is laser cannon, Basarios is the Monster Hunter's world of Cosme. Yeah, the Gravios laser cannon is very scary. And he likes putting people to sleep. I think this guy's only poison though, which isn't too bad, but unfortunately he could be basically any of these rocks. But I've got a feeling because Area 2 was blocked off, that's probably where he's camping out for now. Greatsword blocks all. Wait, what? Yeah, Greatsword actually blocks Gravios laser? Really? That is incredible if true. I have never attempted it. Ow. Wow, okay, I did not know that. And I continue to fall more and more in love with the Greatsword. In earlier games, you'll get knocked back. Remember fighting Rage Yang in this map, really? Is that in... that'll have been in... yeah, I could tell that was you. I could tell. You're not as sneaky as you think you are. Oh yeah, all the rocks are explosive as well, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know. So we are probably going to swing and then get the fuck away from him. Also, paintball. I need to remember a paintball. Quick. There we go. Also, this music is a bit of a chaotic banger. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thanks for knocking me into that. So glad it didn't affect me. But no or less damage, can't remember which. It tends to be no damage, the blocks. Uh-oh. Oh, he's tailing. He's tailing. That's fine. We don't mind him tailing. And I love the fact that this humongous rock wyvern can actually fly. It just seems quite comical to me. Watching on your phone from bed, absolutely knackered. Well, hopefully it can, you know, pop some earphones in, and maybe my my lovely Yorkshire voice can make you fall asleep. I've heard that's what Vector does. Like, genuinely, Vector says he sometimes likes falling asleep to Mayan Sky streams. I like falling asleep to Martin's streams, to be fair. Seeing as he does all the dark elf voices from Morrowind. Best way to watch streams: in the bed with a cup of coffee. Right. Let's wait for him to charge. Get some... Uh-oh. Yeah, that wasn't ideal. Roll away! His poison lasts quite a while as well, if I recall correctly. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Vespoid. Thanks for that. That was lovely. Vespoids in these early games are... Oh. No! You currently got a cat lying on your chest. Yeah, Sifa is obsessed with trying to climb on my lap whilst I'm working these days. Which is nice sometimes, other than last week when it was so friggin' hot. Uh-oh. I'm getting plesiothed by a Basarios. Oh fuck, I've just reminded myself that Plesioth exists. Now I've got that to not look forward to. Oh, at least his tail didn't send me flying. Uh-oh. It's okay, he's just doing heavy metal. Raw. Vespide's a kill on sight in my opinion. Yeah, what doesn't help is smoke bombs don't exist in this game, so they're not quite so easy to kill. I just kind of flail and hope for the best, really. If I swing the sword around, I might hit a few of them. Ooh, interesting positioning. Vespides are a pain. Vespides are just pain themselves, that's it. Camera is also a pain. She's enjoying the cushions, I guess. Who wouldn't? There it is, the hip check, exactly. Plesioth kind of training all his Withen brethren. Oh, shite. Good night. Oh, double sleep. Okay. He's putting us to sleep just like we did Rathalos. At least it's not the lava version. I mean, it could be if he moves to the lava area, but it seems... Ow. Uh-oh. He mad. Now he's imitating Gordon Ramsay. This hunter is raw. I love Gordon Ramsay. He's a national treasure. I wonder how much of it is put on for the cameras. Right, let's get some wax in. Come on, upswing, shite. Oh, dodged it, nice. Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. That. Wait, what? He just got staggered by a Vespoid? Monsters are fighting one another. Uh-oh. 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 Come on. Metal album recommendation of the stream. Self-titled by Chimera. I think I've heard that years ago, you know. Sounds familiar. Blocking, I believe, can work as an action cancel in case you want to stop mid-swing. Well, I just pressed block while swinging. I don't know if you mean like if I try to swing then try to do another. No, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, that is, I am pressing the block button. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'll stop trying to mess around with that. I think I've seen it happen on some games. Not sure if it applies to the PS2 ones. Because the analog stick controls the attacks. I know on later games I can definitely like... You can do the whole holding R and then pressing triangle and circle at the same time. Camera not being helpful. Yeah, this is PS2, so this is Monster Hunter G, the Japanese only release. I've just got an English patch on it so that I can, you know, actually read and understand it. But yeah, there's a whole community around some of these old school ones. MonsterHunterOldSchool.com is where you can get the translation patches, and they also have fan servers still up, so you can still play the games online, which is darn cool to see. And I believe they also have a Monster Hunter Frontier server. Oh, his chest's exposed. He's baring his chest. Whoop. Cannot see. Roll away. Hey up, Paddy! How's it going? We are fighting a big rocky dinosaur. Well, wyvern. Not a dinosaur. But he is rocky. He's very covered in rocks. And he likes putting us to sleep. How are you? Ow. Hope you're doing well. I saw your Oblivion review. I think the review was pretty darn spot on, to be honest. Oh, there's his poison farts. Let's avoid them. Whack. And whack. Oh, we need to sharpen now. If we don't... If we could move. Please. Please let me move. Right, he's going to charge so we can try and sharpen here. Doing well, man, thanks. How goes the moonster hunting? It is going pretty well. Well, I mean, I have failed to capture a Rathalos, but when do I ever stream and not fail to capture a Rathalos? Like, that's just a running thing at the moment. Rathalos just refuses to be captured. Appreciate you checking out the vid. Yeah. I always check out your vids. I might not always have something clever to say in the comments, but I think I wrote War and Peace as a reply on this one. Which I am sometimes known to do. If there's something I have an opinion on, I write a very, very long comment. So apologies, you've got some light reading before bedtime tonight, Addy. Right, let's try and get some stamina. Can these insects all F off? Goodbye, insects. Other than that one. That one insect in particular said no to flash bombs. Come on. Let's be having you. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that wasn't overcommitting. Nice. I enjoy reading your thoughts, man. You're very thorough. Got good insight on things. Yeah, don't say much more, otherwise my head won't fit through door frame on my way out. Oh, I literally walked right into his tail then. Whack. Whack. Stop bouncing. I shouldn't stay this close to him. Yeah, I felt that coming. Can we out... Can we just... weather his poison? Perhaps? I mean, it's fairly easy to avoid. He says not avoiding him. Yeah, I think we can just out-potion it. Don't want to use my last antidote. I'm saving that for a special occasion. No, he's back with his tailing again. Right, poison's ran off. Let's give chase. Oh, he exploded a boulder. I think on this game, first of all, the camera doesn't work. Ow. But I don't think he leaves this area. Dodge. Watch him leave this area now that the paintball's run off. I should probably do something about that. Can I can I flash him? Ooh. I can flash him while he's charging. Flashing a Gravios. Would recommend. Wait, Basarios I mean. He's not a Gravios. Gravios is big boy. Basarios is small. Ow. Okay, I apologise for making stupid jokes. He's just shoulder bashing me in response. If I hide behind this rock and heal... I wish the Vespoids would go away. Come on, over here. I'm not fighting you in a corner. That never goes well for me. Whoop. Alright, he's wiggling his belly. I don't know what wiggling his belly means, but he did it. We appreciate it. And now he's poison farting. So are you, Ade, are you done with Oblivion now in terms of streaming it? What are the plans streaming wise going forwards, if you don't mind saying? I mean, if it's top secret, then you know, won't say anything. Are you going to be back to Chrono Trigger or maybe Death Stranding 1? Because I know you wanted to play that before Death Stranding 2 releases. Ooh, also, before I forget, you know what? Let me just press the pause button. Pause. Thank you. Before I forget, because I forgot this last time. Shout out Irritable Indian. There we go. Did it right. Definitely check out Irritable Indian if you are here. He does fantastic streams. I've been watching him for a while do Bloodborne, and he's been doing Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, and I believe he is planning on potentially doing a Death Stranding one. So go check him out. He's an awesome guy. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Perfect time when I paused it, weren't it? Much so kind, you're the bloody kind one. Fucking last stream, Jesus. Absolute psychopath. Oh, this guy just doesn't want to die though, does he? Yeah, I don't know why, but it seems recently I just it's just kind of gone completely out of my head about doing the whole shout out thing. I've seen... Oh, there we go. All requested monsters, Sla. That's what we like to see. All requested monsters are Sla. Oh, and I'm paralysed and I want to carve. Insects, why? But if I don't get all these calves, I will be very upset. Stop stabbing me! Oh my god. Please. Right, we've got a shell. Can we get out else? Macalite ore. I need that. Good. Can we get out else? Large monster bone. Right, that's us lot. Thank fuck for that. I thought the quest was going to end and I'd be paralysed. I like that. Well, ads are starting in allegedly 10 seconds, so please grab a snack, top up your water, get yourself comfortable, and we'll be back shortly. Bear in mind that Twitch says ads are starting now, and I bet they haven't started now. I bet it's going to take a while before it pops up. So I'm just going to keep talking until it pops up and says that ads are actually starting, just so I can see how long it lasts before it actually pops up and they actually start. Also, I'll press the pause button as well, so that that's not going down. Yeah, let's drum roll this. Let's see how long it takes, because apparently they've started. It doesn't make things very helpful when they don't, you know, actually start. When they say they're going to start. They still haven't started. Why give me a countdown if it's not going to start when the countdown says it's going to start? There's like an additional minute or something afterwards. But yes, during the break, please top up your drinks. Please move around as well. That's good for your cardiovascular health, I've heard. There we go. Oh, rude. That was a rude hello. Don't do it. I'm gonna get... Oh, no, okay. Okay. That's fine. Uh-oh, run. Run, run, run. Yeah, I felt that coming. I know your shenanigans, Wrath. Ow. Didn't expect that one. Ow. No. Okay. Rude. Uh-oh. Well, that was incredibly rude. Kick him, so I don't do too much damage. Wake up. Right, come on, over here. Don't fireball. Come on, charge at me. No, not with your wings. You absolute ass. Come on, charge at me. Not with your wings. Walk. Use your legs. You've got two stubby little legs. There we go. There we go. There we go. Trank. Trank. What happened there? What actually happened there? What? I mean, with the way I'm holding this controller... Oh, do not get me. With the way I'm holding this controller, I feel like I've got a semi-free hand as well. The D-pad controls the camera, and the right analog stick... Oh! Oh, these guys are getting feisty. Feck off, you little... buggers. How? I am not going to complain, but how? Oh, cheeky. Bollocks. You're back. Welcome back. I am still fighting a Rathalos. Okay, did not expect that. And I'm stunned. Oh shit. And we're back. Welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well. Topped up your drinks, maybe got a snack. I petted the dog, so he is satisfied for the next hour, so that is all good. But yeah, Expedition 33 does look really, really good and interesting lore-wise. I've been watching another friend of the channel, the Light Wraith. He's been playing it quite a bit, and he's finding it absolutely fascinating. The different like civilizations that he's in, well, remnants of. Well, are they remnants? The things he has seen have all been quite interesting, and the general lore around the whole like having ages painted, and like my question is, what happens if you have a birthday? It's all happy birthday, Thanos is away into dust. But yeah, definitely your kind of game, so it wouldn't surprise me if you're streaming that. You might begin it this week. So is that what you're doing? Oh no, you're doing Chrono tonight. So tonight by your time means I've got that. I've got Chrono to watch while I'm working tomorrow, which is always enjoyable. I look forward to it. Where did I get a bunch of iron ore from? Oh, from the quest rewards. Right, stash all that stuff. We do really need to top up his potions. I don't think we've got enough materials. Herbs, blue mushrooms, combine. Right, let's combine honey with that. So we've got all the megas we can carry. Yeah, we're short on potions. I think I can buy them. Let's go and see the trader. Yes, we can. Right. That makes life a bit easier. Ooh, he also sells bomb material now. That can be useful. Oh, and he sells Bucker combos 4 and 5. He didn't do that in the original game. That is definitely useful. And I don't think the info books are... I mean, if it's your first time playing, the info books can actually give you some hints as to what monsters are weak against and such. But I think I've got a good rough idea. Those are very expensive. I wonder if there's any Basarios equipment we can actually make now. Or see at the very least. You can see the Gravios stuff. Yeah, because I've got some Gravios helms. Not Basarios, though. Right. Village Chief, what do you have for me now? That fake quest that doesn't exist, we'll skip over that. Rathian in the swamp. Okay. We've been fairly successful with hunting quests. Well, entirely successful. So I think... Do I have any more blue mushrooms? No. Darn it. One antidote. I don't need cool drinks. Got steaks. We'll take out flash bombs. And then I think we should be good. Time to retry the capture quest. Well, I was going to, but the way Monster Hunter 1 and G work is it rotates these 5 quests around. So we don't actually have it as an option. The only ones we've got is the egg quest, which egg quests don't exist, so we've only got 4 options. And we've done that, that, and that. So the only option we've got is Rathian, unfortunately. Or rather, fortunately. I, for some reason, have been recommended a bunch of Warhammer lore videos. Made the mistake of watching one and you're now low-key fascinated. Yeah, the lore does seem insane. So I've never known anything at all about Warhammer. Never been particularly interested in that avenue of gaming slash, you know, tabletop kind of stuff. I do like D&D and things like that, but yeah, miniatures have never massively been up my alley. But I decided to do a bit of a what even is, you know, all the lore and stuff, and it got quite deep, and it probably went in one ear and out the other, to be perfectly honest. But it does seem interesting for sure. Like how Nurgle uses a goddess of life and rebirth to test his new diseases on, like, what the fuck? Seems really cool though. I can see why people get so invested. Yeah, I was tempted to be invested in BattleTech, because from what I've heard, BattleTech, I've played what's it called? BattleTech Mercenaries Clan Wars, something like that. Question mark. I forgot the actual name. Mech Warrior. That's it. Mech Warrior Mercenaries 5. That's what I played. That's a really good game. It's kind of like Elite Dangerous, but if you were in mechs instead. And because of that, I started Googling, like, what even is Mech Warrior? Learned about the greater BattleTech lore and the fact that BattleTech is a bit more financially easy to get into compared to something like Warhammer. So I was like, ooh, the temptation is rising. So then I got some BattleTech books, like lore books and that go into some of the stories around it, and I was actually like, this is a decent lore and story and everything. And then I got distracted by playing Borderlands and Monster Hunter and everything else, and I haven't touched it again, like many things. Oh, there she is. The god of disease and pestilence actually rescues a goddess who is the antithesis of him and keeps her prisoner. Every time my brother tried to explain the game to me, my brain would go on vacation. Tabletop gaming doesn't click. Yeah, I mean, it certainly requires a certain kind of person, I'd say, to really get into that kind of stuff, especially if you're going to start buying figures and painting them and doing all that kind of stuff. Ow. That was very rude. That was even more rude. This is why we didn't want to do the swamp one. You guys give the swamp a bad name. Look at them all. Look how many there are. Paralysis and poison. And then big Rathian as well. This is not a fun time. Gundam. I've never seen anything whatsoever Gundam. And I've never felt inclined to. Don't know why. Just I figured it's one of those things where you either already are into it or it's too far gone now that you can't. Oh, I think that little Genprey just took the hit for us then. Oh. Ow. I'm in a corner. I don't like being in a corner. I'm still in a corner. This is when things go wrong. Yeah, things are going wrong in the corner. The camera isn't helpful in a corner. Roll away from the corner. And we'll do our trademark tactic. Run away! That was very painful. Uh-oh. She moves! She actually changes her tracking. Thank you for the hydrate. Please bear with me. I will, I'll just avoid this dragon. Wyvern thing. Right. Pause button. Fucking hell. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to do it in the swamp. More for my character. Yeah, my character needs to drink. He needs to down all these bloody mega potions. You tried to see if you had any FPSs on Xbox. You don't have the time or patience to paint things. Or see if it had any FPSs. I think Mech Warrior is on the Xbox on Game Pass. I'm pretty sure the way I played it was on Game Pass. Or at least Mech Warrior 5 Clans. Superman dive! Yeah. Right. I'm about to get Bull Vanguard as well by the look of it. Let's try and quickly... Oh my god, 3 of them. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was entirely skill, that. I've got Monster Hunter skills now. I'm gonna sleep now. You got an early start int morning. Well, you have a cracking sleep, and I will see you next time. Have an awesome one, and thank you for coming in. I will continue to attempt to kill Withen. Or get killed by Withen. Or various other small monsters. Right. We're doing okay for the most part, as long as we don't get cornered again. We've already done 1 Rathian today. I don't see... I can't remember if they actually updated the camera in DOS. I think they did. I'm hoping to God that they improved the camera in DOS. Because if the camera is the same as this game in DOS... Don't remember it being so bad in Freedom 2, which is based on DOS. Well, kind of. Uh-oh. You can still cut off the tail in Gen 1, right? You can. I've had a few tail cuts. I'm just kind of... What the chuff? I'm kind of very much at the point of... I just want to get the quests out of the way. If I want to cut tails, I tend to play online on the multiplayer servers, because then everyone can be, you know, actually damaging her, and I can just focus on the tail. Uh-oh. Bollocks, that attack still hurts. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad getting a tail. It's just that because of where it is, like, you need to aim kind of there-ish. I'm only really going to manage it if she's standing around doing no. Which I don't know why she is. I'm not going to complain. But yeah, when I'm simultaneously the only source of her anger and trying to avoid her attacks, I think it makes more sense to just kind of complete the quest. Oh, don't go to 3. Don't go to 3. Oh no. I don't like 3. To be fair, 3 isn't too filled with grass on this one. Uh-oh. Bullfang goes. Oh shit. He came out of nowhere. Did anyone catch a license plate? Uh-oh. Stamina. I think in this game DPS is more important than breaking parts. Well, I mean, it's true for all of them. I mean, if you're really trying to tick the quest off the list, you kind of want to focus on just dealing damage, really. If you're trying for particular gear, that's a perfect opportunity to repeat quests and do them again. And especially seeing as you can do a multiplayer. Multiplayer's way more fun anyway, so I'd much rather do multiplayer on gathering particular parts and building up gear sets. So I thought that as well, but on this game it doesn't stop the poison damage. So it doesn't actually benefit us. In later games it does, you are absolutely right. So cutting off the tail would normally stop poison damage, but yeah, for whatever reason, Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter G, it doesn't prevent poison damage, so it doesn't actually help at all. Again, these are early days in the Monster Hunter franchise, so they were still kind of working their way around stuff. Every one of them is iterable. I mean, it could even be the case that in Monster Hunter Freedom, cutting off the tail does stop poison damage. But we've done it in the past on this one. And yeah, she still completely obliterates you with a tail attack. Missed. Do you want a flash bomb? Oh, now she's turning. Ow. Yeah, flash bombs are also very particular on this game as well. Okay, that was just mean. Oh, why do you like spinning so much? You used to go for them just to shrink their tail swipes. You know what? It might actually still shrink her tail swipe. I'm not sure on that. But yeah, me and my friend Vector, we hunted her a few times because I was trying to get the bits of armour that I've got. Oh shit. And yeah, cutting off the tail, it still got poisoned by her tail attack. Which makes 0 sense. There we go. Tail's gone. At least we get an extra carve anyway. And that should probably mean she's fairly close to death. Which is always good. Uh-oh. Nope. Nope. Oh, she's coming around the other way. Bugger. Thank you, camera. And that didn't affect her. Come on. At least she doesn't do that move and shoot a fireball simultaneously. Oh, she does still do a charge out of nowhere sometimes. Oh. But yeah, if anyone in chat does want to see some more Monster Hunter, I've kind of been doing it once a week recently because Oblivion Remaster kind of absorbed all my time. But do consider, of course, following. But do consider joining the Discord as well because I do want to start putting some polls up there about if anybody wants to, what games people want to see. So the Discord should be linked in my about. And you can also join by visiting discord.kilniath.com. Ouch. Because yeah, if people do want to see more Monster Hunter, I'm feeling a bit sorry for Monster Hunter recently, because playing it once a week I'm not making that much progress. Also, she mad. Because the plan is with Monster Hunter to just work through the series, really. We finished 1. Once we finish this one, we can play Dose. After Dose, we can play Freedom 2. After Freedom 2, we can play Freedom Unite. Then Try. Because Try is sufficiently different to 3 Ultimate, I feel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that attack's still absolutely... Goodbye. Quick, 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 quick. Mega Potion, quick. Thank you. Yeah, I think Try and 3 Ultimate are sufficiently different enough to warrant playing both of them. And then then for you, and maybe settle on Generations Ultimate, because Generations Ultimate would be a nice one to like have as a base game that we can just play multiplayer sometimes, like open lobby kind of thing, if you can even do open lobby because it's a Switch game. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, we've done Wilds because that was new. I do still need to finish Iceborne. I do need to get to Sunbreak, so perhaps by the time I've caught up with those games... Where are you off now? Yeah, it'd just be good to get an idea of how everyone's feeling in terms of games and such, because I know I've kind of stopped doing the Xenoblade Chronicles stuff as well. Now a lot of newer releases are probably going to be skipped over, like Claire Obscura, because personally I'm not in a turn-based mood. I do get turn-based moods, but yeah, not right this second. I've been playing a lot of Borderlands recently. Maybe that's something that we could play on stream as well. That'd be kind of cool. Borderlands 3 also has some Twitch integrations where, like, chatters' names can show up in-game as badasses, and you can make, like, chests appear and stuff like that. Which kind of seems like a fun thing to do. Does this version have the different breeds of Rathians? So I have seen on the wiki that there is a weapon you can craft from the parts of an Azure Rathian / Rathalos. I can't remember which one Azure is. Oh, it's Rathalos, isn't it? Yeah, Azure Rathalos, and then it's Pink Rathian. Yeah, so I do think they exist on this version of the game. Borderlands is awesome. Never finished the third one, though. Did you see... Oh. That's me reading chat and not watching where I'm going. Yes, I did see the gameplay reveal for Borderlands 4. Surprise, surprise, it's open world. What game isn't these days? But it does look good. Me and some friends are playing Borderlands 3 at the moment, and we recently finished 2, because I'd never finished 2. So it was my first time finishing 2. But it'd be a cool game to perhaps play on stream and have as an open lobby kind of thing and hunt rare drops and all that kind of stuff. Seeing as that's a thing. Yeah, Azure is Rathalos. Yeah, makes sense. Borderlands 4 looks okay. I mean, one of the main characters they modelled off of me. Have you not noticed? Oh shit. Could do with sharpening. Could do with paintballing as well, actually. Don't know how long that's been on there. Oh, you bitch. Ah, feck. I'm in the corner again. We all know how I feel about corners. 2 is your favourite. Enjoyed the heck out of it back in the day. See, I had to for the longest time, and I'd played through it multiple times and just not finished it. And I've still yet to do the DLC. We're kind of getting 3 out of the way, then going back to 2 as a grinding game and finishing the DLC and such. But yeah, I moved from 2 to the pre-sequel, which I have completed. And I've got some weird affinity for the pre-sequel. Maybe just because it's more sci-fi. I don't know. I do like me synth music and me sci-fi aesthetic. The protag's got better. The Maiwan one. It's the guy who looks like a Viking. Vector keeps joking that they modelled him on me. They did the whole Unreal Engine body scan thing. So if anybody wants to know like my entire physique and everything, considering I'm a programmer who sits behind a computer all day, and then I play games all day, that's how I look. It's 100% accurate, I promise. Pre-sequel's very fun. I think it is. I like the interesting low gravity mechanics. I like the laser weapons. I like having the Oz kits and everything. And it's got some hella good music. Although, in all fairness, Borderlands 3 is proving to have a really good soundtrack as well. We went in one area the other day and it had like proper metal riffs going on guitars. I don't know why, it was like a swampy area, but it was good. Not going to complain. Oh, shite. Stop fireballing. There are too many small creatures everywhere. I hate it. Right, look at me. Or fly. Okay. Are you buggering off? She is buggering off. Oh, not two. Two's such a weird area to fight in. Oh, she's moving a 3. You were just going to say pre-sequel was a fun time too, even though that may be a hot take. No. Pre-sequel I absolutely love. I can't oh, fuck. Oh, thank you. That was very kind of you. I'll let you have that one. That's a gifted ramming me into the next room. We need stick. Don't attack me, please. Thank you. Ow. Who needs to walk into the next area when you can just get twatted into it by a monster? Oh, fuck, she's coming back in here. There's only one thing for that. Flash bombs. No. Flash bomb. Do it. I was hoping to get more of those, but yeah, we're about to get bullfangoed up the wazoo. This is less than ideal. Ow. Ow. We are going to be full on combo womboed by a bunch of fucking pigs. Oh, she's limping. Laser weapons. Yeah. Two words. Playable claptrap. Enough said. I think people didn't like pre-sequel because it was a short game in comparison to 2. That is true. That and oxygen management and the moon being a dark drab place put people off. Yeah, 3 bullfangos. I'm glad she's moved. Yeah, I think the varied gameplay mechanics definitely spice things up, and you had some new vehicles as well, which kept things interesting. I love playing as Wilhelm, seeing as his skills actually change him into more and more of a cyborg. And Claptrap's obviously, like, is Claptrap. But yeah, I kind of feel like the team were done a bit dirty on that game, because from what I've read, it seems like they planned another expansion for it. Way. They planned another expansion for the pre-sequel that would take you to a kind of pleasure cruise ship that was being taken over by plant zombies. And if anybody's played Commander Lilith in the Fight for Sanctuary, you might be thinking, plant zombies? Because, yeah, it seems like either 2K or Gearbox closed down the Australian dev team and basically took what they were working on and made it a DLC for Borderlands 2 instead. So, yeah. Ian convinced me to grab Tiny Tina's during the Steam sale not long ago. Don't know when you'll play it. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is fantastic. It is... Ow. My controller will not stop vibrating. I'm trying to put it somewhere. Guys, calm down. Everything is dead. Quest is over. You don't need to do this. Yeah, me and my girlfriend are playing Tiny Tina's at the moment because it's basically the mechanics of Borderlands 3, but the Tiny Tina's D&D-ish kind of setting. It's a fun game. Yeah, 2K Australia division, that's it. Closed them down, took the ideas for the DLC, made Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary using the leftovers, and yeah, nothing more from that team, unfortunately. They had plans. They had plans for the pre-sequel to basically rival Borderlands 2, but it just wasn't given the chance to live. And I mean, maybe it didn't sell well, so maybe it makes financial sense, but never good to hear when a studio gets kind of shafted and closed down. Shame all the Vault Hunters in pre-sequel was more interesting in Borderlands 2 for me. Yeah. I don't think the Hunters in 2, other than Zero, who, you know, does make an appearance in the Tales from the Borderlands, as well as Borderlands 3. I mean, the Siren is a Siren. I'm kind of take it or leave it on Sirens, to be honest. I'm not massively bothered by them. Salvador, meh. Axton, personality-wise, meh. Tends to be who I play as, but yeah, not really got much going for him. Well, Gearbox being Gearbox. Aye. Gearbox do indeed gonna Gearbox. Right, so, because we are relatively low on supplies, I think what we need to do is store most of our stuff. Yeah, we'll keep the armor charm just because I can't be asked fishing it out of the box. Take some pickaxes. Take some bug nets because I actually haven't gathered any bugs whatsoever since I imported my save. Well, other than these like one or two. And we will go do the Velocidrome quest where we can kill it in like 2 seconds. And we will get some more resources. Because we could certainly do with them. Otherwise, we're running the risk of running out of potions and stuff. Oh, it's 3-star, isn't it? Oh wait, are you actually not going to give me that quest? Velocidrome Redux. 2 of them. Oh, it's 30 minutes. Oh, it's because it's randomised the bloody quest layout again, hasn't it? That one's not going to give us the full map, so we can't gather everything there. Mushroom picking is annoying. They're all annoying. I just want to gather shit. 10 Bullfango in Forest and Hills. Yeah, go on then. That one will do. That gets us Forest and Hills and should be relatively easy. Tales from the Borderlands was so good. You missed the old Telltale stuff. Yeah, I love Tales from the Borderlands. Reese is my absolute favourite character. Like, in the entirety of Borderlands. But I'm not a massive fan of him in 3. I mean, first of all, they changed his voice actor because was it Tales where it's Troy Baker, and then they swapped him out in 3. And Troy Baker's a good voice actor, or it might be the other way around. Like Maya is okay, Gage it's a fun character, and Krieg is cool, but their fans are annoying. Yeah. Yeah, you were so happy and surprised to see him in Borderlands 3, even though he seems so different. That's the thing. Like, Telltale did such a good job of, what if we made a storyline set in the Borderlands universe with the same art style, because of course, you know, Borderlands it kind of has to be, and then made characters that weren't Vault Hunters. They were just, you know, various characters. What does the rest of the Borderlands universe look like when it's not all Vault Hunters and shooting bandits? And I just love that aspect of it. The fact that you see more of the extended, what everybody's up to, what life is like on Pandora. I think they did such a fantastic job with it. And I've heard mixed things about the Tales from the Borderlands 2. I mean, I see a heck of... This is one thing that really annoys me in gaming. I see a lot of people saying the writing is crap in, like, everything. People constantly saying, oh, well, Borderlands 3 is rubbish because the writing is crap. And, new Tales from the Borderlands craps because the writing's crap. I'm sorry, but unless you are a qualified writer or a published author yourself, I don't think you have the right to say the writing is crap. You can say that you don't like the story. That's fine. Not every story is for every person. You might not like a particular story, and that is perfectly fine. But unless you're, like, qualified, I don't think you can say the writing is crap, because the people who wrote it probably are qualified to write stuff, and they have been given a direction and a plot line and certain characters to work within, and they kind of have to work around that. So... yeah, it just frustrates me when so many people just dismiss games saying, oh, the writing's crap. Anyone reading that, just kind of interpret it yourself as that person didn't like the story. It doesn't mean the game is necessarily bad, and you might like the writing. I don't like the antagonists in Borderlands 3, but I personally believe they are written in such a way to make you dislike them because they are meme content creators. Who likes meme content creators? The goal has been achieved if you do not like the antagonist. That is what they were going for. You're still waiting on Wolf Among Us Season 2. It's been 11 years. Yeah, that was one of the earlier ones they did, weren't it? I remember playing the Telltale Walking Dead. That was pretty darn good as well. And didn't they come back to life and do The Expanse? Or is the new Telltale not the same as the old Telltale? I'm not sure. Yeah, I heard bad things about that, like an entire essay dunking the story. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, when it comes to stories are such... we read stories and absorb stories in our own way. There are our own interpretations to them. There are some stuff out there that is genuinely like, nobody can say it's bad in terms of it being written bad. So take Lord of the Rings, for example. I don't think anyone can say, oh, he's a bad author. Oh, it's so badly written is the Lord of the Rings. I don't think anybody could possibly make that argument because it's so well renowned. But I don't know. It just bothers me when people like to entirely dunk on stuff. Like one game I really enjoy. One game I really enjoy is a game called Two Worlds, and it was made by, I think they're called Topware, and they're a Slavic kind of company, so it's got like Eurojank to the game. And because they're such a small studio and it had barely any production budget, the dev team actually voiced the characters in the games. So you can imagine how traditionally poor the voice acting actually is in that game. But it does some really cool things that a lot of other games haven't done. Like, it's got a spell system where you wear an amulet and put like 3 different cards into it to change the way spells work. So you can put like a fire element in, and then either give it a like close range one or a explosive one or a long cast or something like that. You can modify how the spells actually work and come up with really cool spells. And you can merge weapons together to make stronger weapons. So every I think most games, unless it's E.T. on the Atari, most games probably have redeeming qualities and are worth trying. I think it's fine to criticise and not like something, but being super reductive is kind of shitty. If you say something like, it was crap, at least explain why and offer something constructive. You can explain why you don't like something without being a dick. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean when people just say, oh, story's bad. That means no. you're literally saying nothing by saying story is bad. Why is story bad? Why did you think that the story was bad? What about it was not right in your opinion? And if you say, like Borderlands 3, the story is bad because the main characters are content creators. Congrats. That's the exact point. They made some memey content creators be the antagonists so that you wouldn't like them. Also, slight spoiler alert, but oh, I don't like Borderlands 3 because they killed off Maya. Yes, which makes you dislike the antagonists even more. That is the point. Mission accomplished. I mean, yes, could there have been a more meaningful way of doing it? Sure. That is a genuine criticism that people have made. Like when I've seen people go more into depth on it. Also, why the fuck did I pick a quest to fight these assholes? I was like, oh yeah, this'll be short and easy. I can gather some stuff and just slay a bunch of Bullfango. I don't think I anticipated all of them being in the same bloody room together. This is just pain. You can criticise, but at least have in mind to not attack the people who like it and explain why. Yeah. Like some people... I mean, the Steam forums is rife with it, but there tend to be a lot of people who are very much, I don't like this, it is bad. If you like it, you are also bad. Just let people like stuff. Why does it matter if somebody else likes something that you don't like? I don't like football. I don't go out attacking football fans. Probably because they deck me, but you know. People are allowed to like other things. Like I did early writing a giant text why the Castlevania show was more an offence to the games and not having a good story. Wow, okay. See, at least you were going out of your way there to write a reason why and everything. Admittedly, I didn't like the villains or decisions they made with characters as much as in Borderlands 2. Ow. Can we leave this room, please? This room is utter chaos. That just means they're not for me. Nothing wrong with that. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Exactly. Exactly. And hey, you'll know this, Addy. How many people looked at Death Stranding and said, oh, it's a delivery game. You're just basically working for Amazon. Oh, it's boring. It's a shit game. Why would you want to deliver stuff? Now, you and me, who went into the game with a bit more of an open mind and played more of the game, obviously, first of all saw the other gameplay systems and stuff that it introduced, and also got massively absorbed in the really cool storytelling from the usual mad lad Hideo Kojima. But there are still people out there who look at Death Stranding and think, delivery game? No thanks. And to this day, they've probably never given it a chance. But at least I say, hey, it's okay to like, but keep in mind that the games are not to do with the series. Yeah. I mean, personally, I really enjoyed the Castlevania anime, the first one. I'm not enjoying Nocturne as much. I haven't watched season 2 of Nocturne, to be fair. I don't think it's connected to the games. It's kind of using the Castlevania IP to tell its own story, which I'm all for. That's personally fine. The background into Dracula and everything was pretty cool to see. I actually started feeling quite sorry for Dracula as a character. And hey, watching the Netflix anime got me playing my first ever Castlevania game, because I'd never played any. The Netflix Castlevania got me to get the PSP version of Rondo of Blood, I think it's called. And inside that game, the PSP game, you can find the PS1 version of Symphony of the Night, which I played a lot of. Still haven't finished the Upside Down world, but yeah, Symphony of the Night is definitely a good game. Death Stranding looks like a super comfy game to play. It gives Euro Truck Simulator vibes. At first. I will say at first, yes. It can get kind of creepy and concerning and stressful. But it's fun. Dude, my soul hurts so much when I see people reduce Death Stranding like that. Yep. Can't blame them or really change their minds. You do you, but it does hurt. I remember telling a friend's friend why I loved it, and he responded with, "Dude, that game is trash though." Bro didn't even try the game. Yeah, I think a lot of people could just stand to just try stuff more. Just try things outside your comfort zone. Last year, I tried Resident Evil 2 Remake. I've played Resi 4, but that's about it. And I enjoyed it that much and was scared shitless that much that I got into the rest of the series and played basically every Resi game, apart from the first-person ones, because sod first-person. First season was when Eager had some involvement with the story. Yes, Dracula X Chronicles. Yeah, that was the game that I got on PSP. So Dracula X Chronicles has a copy of Symphony of the Night that you can unlock in it, which is rather cool. I want more people to do it, yeah. And from the back of getting into the Castlevania series, I ended up getting, I think it's Eager who makes the, what's it called? Ritual of the Night games. Eager kind of left Konami, was it? Or Capcom? Can't remember. Can't remember who does Castlevania now, but I think Eager left them, made his own team, and then made Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is also a very, very good game. I get that not everyone can afford games all the time or try new things, but in that case, don't just jump to conclusions based on what the crowd is saying. Groupthink can be a hell of a drug. Absolutely. And I mean, as more modern games suffer from... I can't put it any other way other than being shit. A lot of modern games are filled with, you know, predatory kind of ways of doing things. You've got your microtransactions in there, you've got your day one, you've got your early access passes, you've got your, you know, all the extra stuff that they love to shove in games these days, and half the time they don't even give you a completed game. So yeah, it can make things more difficult to just try new things, but try indies. I mean, at the moment I am obsessed with an indie game called Abiotic Factor, and hopefully we'll be streaming it next week. But Abiotic Factor is made by a small dev team. They did a pricing update announcement a couple of weeks back saying that the price was going to go up in time for the 1.0 release. And they said, the price will be raising to $80. And then the other person was like, no, you can't fucking say that. We're only an indie company. It's like, okay, so the price will be raising to $50. And it's like, no, that's absolutely ridiculous. Why would we charge that much for a year? And it was just this awesome back and forth that was very self-aware as to how the industry is. And at that point, I looked at it and I thought, you know what? When this game, when 1.0 comes out, I've already got the game on PC. I don't care. I'm buying another copy on my PS5 because these guys get it. They've made a bloody awesome game that I've spent, I think, 65 hours in now, Abiotic Factor. It's humongous. Like, if anybody hasn't tried the game, look it up on Steam. It's kind of in a mix of like an immersive sim. So if you play Deus Ex or Thief or 2017's Prey, and you enjoy those kind of open-ended, crawling through vents, multiple ways around the facility things, but in a Half-Life vein. So if you remember the old Half-Life games, starting off in the facility on the trams and everything, yeah, that's all there. You're inside a weird science facility, and you've kind of got to survive. So you've got to imagine the entire facility opens up, and you've got to feed yourself and sleep, and well, there's actually a minigame for going to the toilet and everything. It's just absolutely fantastic. Definitely recommend it. And it's got multiplayer as well, cross-platform multiplayer, so why not? But yeah, with that said, we are very much at the end of this stream, so thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. again, please consider joining the Discord. I will put it in here. It is discord.killneath.com. Check out the Discord. I do want to start putting some polls there as to what people want to see on the stream. If you have enjoyed what you've seen, please consider following. If you are catching up on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Yeah, Pika knows it. It's like you in Half-Life, but you are the NPCs. Yeah, you're not a super duper Gordon Freeman. You are just random scientist with whatever you craft. It's great. I love it. Looking at it on Streamlux9, it looks so colourful. It is. It's great. Can't recommend it enough. And 1.0 is so close, so maybe I'll stream it for 1.0. Maybe I'll stream... I think I'm planning to stream it multiplayer with Priestify, so watch this space. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with some more Oblivion Remastered, because still addicted to that game, still enjoying that game. But yeah, I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.